I'm Monica. Welcome to part 2 of my new video series where I talk about Passover with you. Okay, we're gonna get down and dirty real quick. We're gonna dive deep into the story of Pesach. I hope you're ready, because I am. Without further ado, I welcome you to Passover with Monica. Okay, we're gonna set our characters, albeit there are some characters that are just a quick mention, like a name drop, but we're still gonna mention them because it's important to the story. So, set of characters. We've got Joseph, Jacob, the Israelites, Pharaoh, number 1, Yocheved, Miriam, Aaron, Moses, Pharaoh. Number 2, this is a different Pharaoh from number 1. Zipporah and God. That's right. We got God on our list of characters here. That's the kind of story we're telling. Location. Where are we? We're in Egypt. There's some highlight words of Goshen, Midian, Red Sea, otherwise known as the Reed Sea or Sea of Reeds. But we're going to call it the Red Sea. Time? A long time ago. Wait, really long ago. Pre-show, Joseph, son of Jacob, was sold into slavery by his brothers because they didn't like him. So he was sold into slavery in Egypt, and he arrived there poor, powerless, and a slave. Thankfully, he was really good at interpreting dreams. Really good at this. So good, in fact, that when the Pharaoh was having some whack-ass dreams, he had heard of him. Joseph comes over. He interprets the shit out of his dreams, and this gets him trust. This gets him power. This gets him wealth. He becomes a trusted advisor to this Pharaoh. He helps Egypt just get really great economically, food-wise and the like. And so he's like, you know what? I'm gonna send in an Evite. Come on over to Goshen where we got party all day. So they go to Goshen where they lived a life of prosperity and grew in numbers. Yay! Then Joseph died. Then the Pharaoh died. Then shit hit the fan. A new Pharaoh comes along, but this Pharaoh claimed he knew nothing about this Joseph character. He just saw all these Hebrews, all these Jews, and was like, there's too many of them. We gotta do something. So you know what he does? He enslaves them. He makes the Hebrews build, according to my father, warehouses and tool sheds for 400 years. And then when enslavement wasn't as efficient and exterminator as the Pharaoh would have hoped, he puts a law that makes it so that all Hebrew boys born are tossed into the Nile River. 400 years later, here's where our baby boy Moses comes in. So, Yocheved, an Israelite mother, already mother to Miriam and Aaron, births a baby boy, 3 months premature. So in the hopes of bettering her baby's life, she weaves a basket, places him in it very nice, very carefully, and then promptly chucks him into the Nile River. Not chucks, she places him in the Nile River and then pushes, I guess. The Pharaoh's daughter sees this basket and is like, what's this? Oh, a baby! I'm gonna call it Moses, drawn from the water. And thus, the baby boy is dubbed Moses, and he grows up in the palace, not knowing of the life he might have led, not knowing that he himself was a Hebrew. When he's all grown up, he sees this Egyptian beating this Hebrew and kills the Egyptian. He learned that he himself was a Hebrew. He couldn't deal with this, so he ran. He ran and he ran until he landed in the land of Midian, where he spent about 40 years living as a shepherd. He married Zipporah, he had 2 children, and he had a happy life, happy-go-lucky life, living as a shepherd, like shepherding his flock and doing what shepherds do. I don't know what they do. I just know they have a stick, a staff, and sheep. One day, he's shepherding. A little lamb goes loose. He walks, he finds it, but what does he find instead? A burning bush. It's burning, but it's not burning, but it is burning. You know what it is? It's God. God, in their burning bush form, has a little convo with Moses where he basically tells him, hey, you need to tell the Pharaoh to let my people go for 3 days into the desert so that they can honor me and serve me and have this wonderful feast. Moses and Aaron go. Let my people go. No. Let my people go. No. Let my people go. No. Thus starts the beginning of the 10 plagues. We got blood, number 1. 2, frogs. 3, lice. 4, wild beasts. 5, pestilence. 6, boils. 7, hail. 8, locusts. 9, darkness. 10, killing of the firstborn. In order for each Jewish household to be marked as safe, God required them to sacrifice a lamb and take its blood and smear it on the doorpost so that the angel of death will pass over them. Thence the name of this holiday, Passover. This is the one where the Pharaoh finally begs the Jews to get out because he can't take it anymore. His people are suffering. He is suffering. He's just lost his child. So he's get out, Jews. So they do. The Jews are at the Red Sea. Thing is, it's a sea, so they can't really pass it. And they look back behind them, and turns out the Pharaoh took back what he said and sent out his army to try to capture them again. So they're panicking. Moses is like, God, what do I do? And God's like, put your staff in the water. Raise it high above the water, and you'll see what I can do. So Moses does. And thus, the seas part, and the Hebrews are able to safely pass through the sea of reeds as the last Hebrew foot is stepping off of the bed of the sea. It rushes back. And you know the Pharaoh's army was following them, right? They died. But the Hebrews are safe. So they kind of look around, and they look back across the sea, and they look to each other. Freedom? Oh, I feel like singing. Thus the Micha Mocha is born. And that is the rough retelling of the story of Passover, Monika edition. In my next video, I will be touching on the Seder, and specifically the Seder plate, the symbolism, the herbs, the lamb shakes. Oh my! Yes, there are eggs involved. Tune in next time for part 3 of Passover with Monika. I hope you all have a meaningful and wonderful Passover. And if you don't celebrate Passover, hope you have a nice